All right, hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in Moss Valley for what's probably going to be the second to last episode of our 150 horsepower challenge. And so today it is now October, and that means it's time to start preparing for winter. So a couple of things that we want to get done today. So one, we cut that grass field this morning back there. As you can see, it's raining right now, so we're taking a little bit of a break from getting some work done. It should stop raining pretty soon though, hopefully. But yeah, so we got that field cut. We need to bale that. We need to cut the other grass field and bale that, and then we're going to wrap both of those fields. We're going to turn them into some silage, let them ferment, and probably sell a lot of that. So that'll be our last cut of grass for the year. We also need to, if I jump in the mini map here, we also need to cultivate the big field, field 29, and I want to get some winter oats planted today. So this was our wheat field. Given our crop rotation, the next crop that we need to plant is oats. So we're going to get that cultivated, get that planted today. That's kind of the main priority today. If we don't get the grass cut, that's fine. And then field 55, I actually want to plow that. So we do have periodic plowing on. So we do need to get that plowed to make sure that our yields are consistently high. But we have tons of time to do that. We could do that, even in the spring. So we're not going to worry about that right now. If we can get to that next month, great. If not, we'll just, do it in the spring. No big deal there. But yeah, so 31 and 56. 56 is already cut. We're going to need to bale that, wrap that. 31 we still need to cut and bale and wrap. So a lot of work to do. Probably, don't have to get it all done today, but just sometime in the next couple of months before the winter comes. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is we have this cow barn over here, and I want to. I've been looking to get some cows. I'm thinking about getting them this month. So we'll see kind of how the day goes. If we have time later, maybe we'll actually put the order through and pick those up. And so I want to get probably like 15 of them. Given the money that we have, I think that's a good amount. They cost about $2,000 per cow. I want to get some dairy cows, so I don't want to totally bankrupt us by getting some cows. But you'll notice that our money is actually a little bit higher, and the reason for that is we sold half of the silage. So we got 2 silage harvests off of the grass field. Not this one in front of us that we haven't been doing silage on, but remember, we have been doing silage on the grass field up here. And so we had those 2 harvests of silage, and we sold all of the first one, and it got us about, I almost want to say about $20,000, to be honest. It was really, really profitable. So we're gonna sell the other one. Eventually we'll sell another harvest off of there, and then we'll sell probably a harvest off of here, depending on how much food we need for the cows. But what I did with that money is I actually went ahead and bought and or leased some of the equipment that we need to take care of cows. So I got this mixer wagon. It is a Euro Milk. This one is available on the Mod Hub. There's a whole pack of these. They're nice because they're kind of smaller. They have some ones that are quite small. This one is kind of in the medium range. I think it was about like 17 grand. But we have this on lease. It's about, I want to say 10,000 liter capacity. So that'll be good for us. Perfect size kind of for what we're working with here. And a couple of other things, if I just kind of pop around, I think I have them on the other side here. Let me jump over the fence here real quick. Yeah, so if we look over here, we see another couple of things that we got. So we got this slurry spreader, which is another modded one that I got off of the Mod Hub. It's Ross Moore. Very, very nice slurry spreader. Quite a bit cheaper than the one in the base game. The cheapest one in the base game, I think, is about 22,000. This one, I think, so this is the one that I think was 17,500. I think the mixer wagon was actually less. I think it was like 12 or something. But this one we have on lease as well, since we didn't want to purchase that outright. So we're just going to kind of build up our money. But to lease these is like, a few $100 a day. So really not that bad. Beats, spending like 50 grand in equipment. And then this trailer right here, this is just an old cistern trailer. This is going to be our milk trailer, hence why it is white. But yeah, so this was cheap. This was like $8,000. So I just bought this one outright. No use in trying to, make payments on that. But yeah, so that's pretty much, I think, all of the new equipment that we got, and everything that we need to take care of cows. So we're just gonna wait for the rain to kind of pass, and hopefully it passes soon. I'm a little bit nervous that it's gonna take longer than I thought, and we can't bail in the rain, and it is coming down pretty hard. I don't really want to jump in and try to cultivate right now because I feel like it's gonna be a little bit difficult, and we might get the tractor kind of bogged down in the mud. So I think we're just gonna wait it out. Hopefully it ends soon and we can actually jump in and get some of that cultivating done. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna hang low and I'll talk to you guys when the rain stops. All right, so it's now 11 o'clock. The rain has stopped for a little bit, so hopefully we can jump into the field and it won't be too wet or, you know, too muddy. So we're gonna, I think I have my tractor over here already, actually. Yeah, we're gonna jump into the old Fendt again. We cultivated with this in the very first episode, and I kind of want to do it again here. It's a nice tractor, and we haven't been driving it too much lately. We've been driving the Massey Ferguson a lot. So we're gonna go and hook this up here, and then we'll go and head over to the field across the street and just get started with cultivating. All right, we're just getting done here with the cultivating on our big field. I think this one's like, we checked last episode, it's like almost 10 acres. But anyway, we're gonna go and jump over across the street, go hook up the cedar. I might put that one on the Massey Ferguson though, because that's a little bit, seems to be a little bit of a bigger tractor. Hopefully we'll be able to, you know, keep that on the ground. Weighted a little bit better, but anyway, we'll just go over there and fill up the cedar, and hopefully this should be easier than last time. If I remember, like way back in like the first episode, we had a bit of an issue with loading up the cedar because our front loader wasn't long enough. We had to do some kind of a janky shenanigans to get the cedar loaded up with by, you know, driving up onto the hill and kind of risking driving off the edge. But this time, since we have a telehandler, it will be very, very easy and efficient. So really looking forward to doing that. But yeah, let's go do that real quick, and I'll talk to you guys in a sec. Alright, so it looks like we actually don't have a lot of seeds left, to be honest. This bag is definitely not full, and I might have to go grab some more. I gotta see how many are in there still. But yeah, we might be making another trip to the store in a little bit. But yeah, if you made it this far in the video, good news, you get a fun fact for the day. So I'm actually recording this on it is Saturday, probably about a week before I release this. Usually I release these on Friday, so this is, you know, the previous Saturday. And I'm actually going to see Stevie Wonder tonight, which is really fun. My girlfriend and I, and my brother and his girlfriend, and our parents are going. So it's going to be, you know, the 6 of us, and going to be a fun show. You know, hence the name. I'm actually a drummer, and so I play in a band, and, you know, we do a lot of Stevie Wonder songs. We really enjoy, you know, his music. It's, you know, it's real upbeat, it's real fun. People always love dancing to it and stuff. And so yeah, I never got to see him in concert before. Should be a really fun show, you know, really groovy. If you don't know who Stevie Wonder is, first of all, that's really unfortunate. Second of all, go and give him a listen. You know, it's just real good music. You know, kind of one of the more genre-setting, iconic R&B musicians that really, you know, has mainstream popularity. And, you know, he's getting older, so probably won't have too many opportunities in the future to go see him again. But very, very excited for this. And so later on in the video, probably after we get the field seeded, I'll have since gone to the concert, and we'll be able to kind of talk about, you know, how what I thought about it and everything like that. So really, really fun. Really looking forward to this. And yeah, but let me see. Can I not build this up? What the heck? Wait, there we go. There we go. That was weird. I don't know why it wasn't working. Yeah, so that's the bag, and I don't even think we filled up the cedar all the way, so that's a problem. We're gonna have to go and get some more seeds from the store at some point, but for now we can actually get started. It is, you know, already 2:30, so we'll just go ahead and get started, and then we'll go and get some more seeds later once we need them, because we're gonna need them for the other field anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump back into the track. Yeah, only 75%. Yeah, we're gonna go through all this pretty quick. I think
This oats right now? Good. Okay, that's actually what we need, so sweet. Yeah, we're gonna go and head across the street again to our big field, get that planted, and I will talk to you guys when I'm done doing that, and probably after I've already gone to my concert. You know, it's already fun, or it's always fun just kind of kill some time, you know, doing some farm sim before you gotta do your, you know, whatever you gotta do for the day. So that's what we're doing today. Killing time, waiting for people to get ready for the concert. Thought I'd jump in and record a little bit. So yeah, really looking forward to it, and I'll let you guys know how it is. But in the meantime, enjoy a little bit of a time lapse of me getting this field seeded with some oat, and yeah, getting our winter crop in the ground. All right, actually, we're not gonna do a time lapse right now because I want to talk about the concerts that I went to this weekend. So yeah, as I just said in the video, but obviously not in real life because I'm coming back and recording this about it is Tuesday, and haven't had any time to play the game between driving to this field and then actually starting to sow the field. But yeah, so went and saw Stevie Wonder with my family and my girlfriend and my brother's girlfriend, and great concert. You know, really fun, really high energy. He still sounds great, especially for as old as he is. His voice was you know, really good, and the band was just awesome. I mean, the drummer, you know, really solid. I guess he's been playing with him for years. And yeah, just the whole band, you know, full horn section. Corey Henry was on keys. If you don't know Corey Henry, he's a real popular jazz keyboardist now and has a really good, you know, solo career. So to see him on stage with Stevie Wonder was just awesome. You know, they had a gospel choir for part of the show. He had a guest. Instead of having an opener, he actually had like a guest artist come in the middle of the show, which I thought was really cool. You know, instead of having like a whole opening act, he took a break, you know, midway through the set to quote unquote rest his voice, and then he brought out a guest artist, and she did a wonderful job. Had a great voice, just a really cool way to kind of break up the show. Really nice production. But yeah, just again, man, just what great music. I mean, I love Stevie Wonder's stuff. You know, it's really got a nice mix. You know, you listen to like his albums. You know, his original albums are really more geared towards like kind of the Motown R&B, and then he throws in, you know, once you get to like Songs of the Key of Life, you know, he starts throwing in a little bit more jazz and kind of some fusion, you know, a lot of funk. Just really cool stuff, especially with the sound effects, you know, that he does on keys with like the what's it called, like a clavinet, I think it's called. You know, really iconic Stevie Wonder sound. Just his harmonica playing is, you know, exceptional. Although it was funny, I will say there was a moment where he was playing For Once in My Life, and he picked up the wrong harmonica on accident, and he said, hold on, let's try this again, you know, and the band just kept playing, and then he got, you know, the one in the right key. But I thought that was really funny. But yeah, so that was a great concert. And then the next day on Sunday, I actually ended up, my girlfriend and I and my girlfriend's brother, we drove down to Indianapolis to see the last night for the last American show of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. And, you know, I'll be honest, coming from someone who plays music and everything like that, you know, I was not, you know, I've never really been into Taylor Swift. I just, you know, couldn't, I don't know, I just didn't really like her music all that much. I thought it was a little bit, you know, not, obviously, you know, she has a very defined target audience, or at least she did at one point. Whereas now, you know, her audience is a little bit more, I guess, well-rounded. You know, there were a lot of different people there, but, you know, at one point, I just never really had the desire to like listen to Taylor Swift. I didn't really think her music was all that great. But, you know, after seeing her perform, though, I'll tell you what a production. I mean, that was a really cool concert. I actually really enjoyed myself. And I think for me, you know, the bar, not to sound rude, but just, you know, to be honest, like the bar was on the ground. I mean, I had no idea what it would be like. I'd never really listened to a lot of her music before. But turns out I actually knew so many songs, you know, part of which, because my girlfriend is a huge fan, and she has been since, you know, she was real young. And even when we, you know, we've been together for a long time, and we've known each other for a long time, since we were both in high school, actually. And she was a fan of Taylor Swift, you know, even before then, when she was just getting kind of her first album out. You know, she was still just kind of doing like YouTube music videos and stuff. She wasn't even really famous yet, and my girlfriend was really a fan. So for her, you know, it was she was expecting a lot more out of it than I was. And so I think, you know, coming into it kind of just with the idea of like, I'm just, you know, I'm here to just kind of see what's up and, you know, have a good time. And I'll admit, I really did enjoy myself. I thought the band sounded great. Massive production. It was at Lucas Oil Stadium, which, for those of you who don't know what Lucas Oil Stadium is, you know, in America we have, if you're not from America, you don't, you know, you may have heard of, you know, American football. That is different than, you know, European football, which we call soccer. But obviously, you know, you Americans know that the Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis is where the Colts play, and it's a massive indoor stadium. And what's cool about Lucas Oil, it is the fact that it's indoors, and it's just huge. I mean, huge is like an understatement. It is. There are seats at the 600 levels. You know, there's got like 6 floors. And what's crazy is that, you know, when they do concerts there, they add, you know, a bunch of other seats to the floor. And what was insane was that they actually used, they broke so the Eras tour, Taylor Swift was there for 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we saw it on Sunday night, so it was the last night of the 3 and the last night of the American tour dates. Like I mentioned, what was crazy is that every single night they broke the concert attendance record in that stadium. So Friday night they set a new record, Saturday night they broke that record, and then Sunday night they broke that record again. And it was a sold out show, 69,000 people, just like absolutely unreal. And you know, we saw, like I said, we saw Stevie Wonder the night before, and he pretty much sold out the United Center, which is only about, I think it's like 20, I want to say 25, 26,000 when they add in all the floor seats and stuff for the concerts. So, you know, to sell out a stadium 3 times, almost 3 times the size of that is like just ridiculous. And it was so loud in there, you can only imagine, you know, with 69,000 people, about 60,000 of those people were probably like girls between the ages of 6 and 25. So you can imagine like just the sound like after she played every song. I mean, there was a point in the show where she stopped and you know, took her in-ear monitors out and just to listen to like how loud the crowd was, and she was like, oh my god, you know, part of it could have been an act, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was insanely loud. I had my earplugs because, you know, I like to preserve my hearing. As a drummer, that's something that, you know, you got to really take care of. And I always wear earplugs when I go to concerts or when I play shows now. And even through my earplugs, it was noticeably loud. So yeah, what a performance. Really, really had a better time than I thought. Not saying that, you know, I would not dare call myself a Swiftie or anything, so, you know, don't worry about that. But I gotta say, you know, I did gain some respect for her and her music by, you know, going to see that concert. And like I said, I knew more songs than I thought I did, so I actually didn't feel like completely just in the dark the whole time. I actually, you know, was able to kind of groove a little bit. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Felt the same way when I saw Miley Cyrus one year at Lollapalooza. She played just a great set, had a great band, played, you know, she actually covered a song that it's one of my favorite songs of all time, and I never thought I'd be able to hear it live because it was a song by, this is just a little tangent now, but stay tuned if you're interested. If not, just skip ahead towards you know, a couple minutes. We'll probably get done with move on to the next part of the video, but just real quick, there's a band called Temple of the Dog, and they're an old grunge band, like before Pearl Jam even formed. If you know Pearl Jam and like Soundgarden and Chris Cornell, you know, all those guys. So Chris Cornell, the lead singer of Audioslave and Soundgarden, had a band with Eddie Vedder, the singer of Pearl Jam, and they were called Temple of the Dog. They released one album in like I want to say it was like 92. And anyway, oh wait, hold on a second. I am pressing the wrong buttons here. Let me go back. Yeah, they released this album in 1990 something, and they had a song on there called "Say Hello to Heaven." And I remember it's just a really, really good song. You know, really early grunge sound, but just a great message, great lyrics, great vocals. Chris Cornell that man can just sing. And anyway, So he, you know, passed away years ago, if as you may or may not know. And you know, I never thought that I would hear that song played live, and then Miley Cyrus played it at Lollapalooza when I saw her a few years ago, and that was a really cool moment. You know, her you could tell the crowd didn't really know what that song was, but when you actually do some research, you'll find out that she considers Chris Cornell to be a big influence musically for her, you know, to her, and so to like pay tribute to him, you know, she does a lot of Chris Cornell covers of various songs, you know, from his various bands, whether that be Audioslave or Temple of the Dog or Soundgarden or whatever. But you know, she'll throw in some cool covers once in a while, and that was just completely unexpected. And yeah, it was really just a stellar performance that I never thought I'd be able to see. So anyway, there's a little bit of a fun little music discussion. I know I haven't done that in a while. I feel like I used to do that in some of my older videos, just kind of talk about music, talk about things that I got going on. So there's a little bit of a, you know, fun commentary. Now we're gonna keep on working, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll jump back in once I'm done with this. And I think we should be getting our cows pretty soon. So I'll check on that, and then we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Thanks for sticking around and listening. And yeah, leave a comment if you have any, you know, any thoughts of your own about any of those artists that I mentioned or anything like that. You know, if you've been to a good concert, what are some of your favorite concert moments? What's an artist that you thought you might not really like, but then you end up actually liking once you give them a chance, you know? Go ahead and just leave a comment below, and happy to talk more about it. So anyway, talk to you guys in a bit. All right, and so we are just doing the last pass of seeding on this field. Took quite a while, and as you can see, it is now pretty dark. But this is what happens, you know, in the fall. It's I always forget just how dark it gets pretty early on in the evening. So plus that rain today, the rain earlier in the morning didn't help us either. We lost quite a few hours of field work time because of that. And so either way, I wanted to get all the seeds in the ground today. I would like to try to get another coat or the first coat of fertilizer down, but that may or may not happen depending on what else we have to do. And speaking of which, the cows are not here yet, but I did get a call that they are on the way. So perfect timing. I'm gonna go and park this. I'll drop the cedar off probably just over here where I kept it last time. But we still have quite a bit of, bought some more herbicide and stuff, but I guess we don't really need it, to be honest with you. We have a lot of it. I didn't realize we had like 4 tanks. I know some of them are definitely not full yet though, but anyway, actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep the cedar attached, and I'm gonna pull this up by the well, I'll leave it here for now since that other John Deere's over there, but I want to wash this tomorrow before we actually put the cedar away for the winter. Always important to take care of our equipment, so we'll do that a little bit later. But for now, we're actually gonna go and jump into wherever the fence at. I think it's sitting over here somewhere, if I remember correctly. But I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna hook up to the mixer wagon over there, and we'll actually get our first load of TMR ready to go, so that when the cows get here, they will have some food all ready for them. I don't want to. Here we go. Yep. This, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, to be honest with you. I think I might I may park this over by the other shed, if I'm being honest, so that we can use this for maybe some bigger equipment. Then I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go move this around. I gotta head over there anyway. I don't know if it's just me, but these lights look like they're a little bit of like a different color too, which is kind of cool. Like that. If I crash into this bucket. Yep, there we go. Nice. Excellent. Alright, I'm gonna go drop this off, hook up to the mixer wagon, and then we'll get our TMR ratio figured out and get that loaded to get some food ready before the cows get here. And you know what? I had a feeling that this John Deere front loader was going to come in handy at some point. This will save us from having to actually swap you know, go back and forth between this and the telehandler, or I guess using the telehandler to go back and forth between the bale attachments. So this will allow us to just grab some silage bales from over here, and then we can use the telehandler to handle the hay and the straw. So we're gonna grab just a couple of these. I'm gonna start. I'm guessing it's gonna be a 2 to 1 to 1. So I'm guessing we're gonna have 2 silage, a hay, and a straw to start. We'll go from there, but I think that's gonna be a good start for us. So we'll bring one of these over. Every mixer is a bit different, so you kind of got to be just mindful of that. So we're just gonna, you know, slowly but surely make sure that we got it right here. We also got a weight on the back of the tractor, as you can see. Really handy in moving these bales around. Oh man, is this gonna fall out? Maybe not. Looking good for now, surprisingly. I'll go ahead and bring this over and see what we got going on. So I'll pull up this little HUD here, and I think we will just prop this right in the mixer wagon. As we crash into it. Typical. Alright, so we'll start with one of those. And the only reason that I want to get the bale spike is because of the way that those bales are positioned in the shed. I can't use this to go pick those up. So I'm going to go head across the street, grab the telehandler real quick, and then we'll jump back over here. Alright, we got the bale spike hooked up, and I just remembered, good thing I caught this, on the right we have grass bales. They are not hay bales, so I forgot the hay's in the other shed, so I gotta remember that going forward, so don't accidentally, you know, put a grass bale in there. But we're gonna try a little bit of straw for right now, and I don't know if we're gonna use the full 5,000. I'm curious if we will or not, but let's just see. Also, I do gotta clean up this yard. This is looking pretty messy, if I'm being honest. All right, let's see if this will work here. All right, let's keep that there. Yeah, we're probably not going to use all of this, I would assume. I know the hay is going to change the ratio a bit as well. I just got to be careful. But yeah, look at, I just had to put this lawnmower here because I forgot that I already cleaned it, and I parked the Fendt in front of the entrance to the shed where I usually park that. So just all types of craziness going on around here, trying to get everything done before the winter. Just a lot of work. I've just been, you know, running around and dropping everything every which way. Oh, and I guess for this one, I probably should have used the other bale attachment. I forgot that I stacked them like this. Well, I'll pick up this fallen soldier here. We'll go head back to the trailer. See what our ratio is looking like. I'm guessing we're going to take a full one of these. And you know what? I guess, to be honest, I really don't need to worry about using the silage bale attachment with the John Deere. Because we're just going to throw it in the mixer wagon anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter if we poke a hole in it with the bale spike into the you know, tear the plastic wrap. It's going to be going away anyway. So yeah, I guess going forward, we're just going to use this bale fork and make things easy. Rather than jump in between vehicles and all that, you know. Let's go ahead and just grab this guy right here. There we go. And I think this should be the last one. And I still don't think we're going to use all that entire straw bale. So I'll see if we use any more of it, but I think this might be what we got. And so it actually looks like we're full, and there's still a little bit of straw bale in there, or silage bale in there, but I think that the ratio will that'll add to it a little bit, you know, as it empties out. So I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it's going to mess up the ratio. So yeah, I think we're doing 2 of silage, 1 of hay, and honestly just a little bit of straw. We probably don't even need the straw, to be honest with you. It may be better used for something else on the farm, but we'll see about that a little bit later. But I'm going to go and shut off the engine in this John Deere and then fill up the barn with that TMR load real quick before the cows get here. All right, we're going to let this empty into the barn. I don't think this needs water. Typically with these cow barns, they have water by themselves, and so you don't actually need to fill them up every time. It'll just take, you know, like the money out for what you would pay for water, I guess. Yeah, I think this should be good. So after we dump this in here, we'll see how, I don't know how far this food is going to go, to be honest with you. But I might get another load ready just in case. I don't know how much this barn can hold. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get another load ready and then see what time when the cows arrive, and I'll bring you guys back in at that point. All right, and I just got done parking the John Deere here. You can probably hear in the background. Cows have arrived. Awesome. Really exciting. We got 15 Holstein cows. These will give us some milk. In terms of food, it looks like if we pop open the menu here, we can see that we have this about halfway full. I'm curious how much they're going to eat in one night. I find it hard to believe that they would go through all of this. I feel like this barn has a lot of capacity because it does hold way more cows than this. We only have 15, like I said. I think it holds like 60 or something. So, you know, obviously we'll need more food if we had more cows, but since we don't have a ton of cows, we probably don't need as much food. So I might leave that for now. It is getting quite late in the evening. I would like to go and try to get a coat of fertilizer down on our crop field, but honestly, I just may wait to do that in the morning. But either way, I'll do that. I'll do that off camera. So things left to do on the farm. I think I'm just gonna bring you guys back when we're ready to sell some stuff. I mean, we have not much else to do. I just need to cut the grass in the field across the street there. We need to cut it. It'll be in windrows already, so we'll cut it, bale it, wrap it. The grass over here in this field behind the telehandler, like back over there. It's dark, you can't see it right now, but that field, we already have it cut. We cut it this morning. So we'll bale that and wrap that. And then we'll sell all of the silage, I think, from this field for sure back here. And then depending on how much food these cows go through, I'm going to kind of keep an eye on it. I think we might even be good enough to sell at least some of the silage from the big field over there. Because I don't think we'll need, like, we should be able to get through to the spring, at least with what we got. You know, we only have 15 cows and they don't really eat too much in this game, which is good. But yeah, we have enough grass for the sheep, at least until spring, until the next cut. I think I may, as I was figuring out the second ratio of TMR, I think it may just be easiest to do 2 silage bales and a hay bale every time, rather than trying to mess with the straw. So I might even go and just sell the straw in the meantime as well. And, or, you know, save that for when we sell everything. So there's really no use keeping that around. It's kind of just taking up space, because once I sell that, I can eventually, like, you know, maybe move some of the hay bales into the bunker silo over here where the straw bales are right now, and that would keep things a little bit cleaner. It would free up that shed, and, you know, for now we can actually just park equipment in here because we have a lot of straw bales. I mean, you know, they're only 3 high here, but they go all the way back there, and then we have another stack of them still sitting out in the field over there. So no use keeping it around for probably not, like, we don't need to use it. I mean, it's a nice little filler for the TMR, but again, like, it's not the end of the world if we don't have it. But yeah, and then just need to fertilize and get some herbicide down on the field that we just planted. So we'll do that, and then I also need to plow the other crop field over here. I want to get that plowed. It's due for a deep till, so we'll get that done probably in the spring, though. I'm not actually worried about that right now. No use really doing that before winter. I'll kind of let the soil just rest a little bit, and we'll deal with that, you know, in a few months. So this bale stack is horrible. I know it's going to fall over, and I'm going to be sad. Hence why I would like to maybe try to move some of these, or just wait till we run out of these and then stack them in the other barn, because my stacking method there was way better. But yeah, we'll sell our harvest, we'll sell our milk, we'll sell our silage, and we'll make some serious money, hopefully, in the next episode, which will be the last one for this series, I'm guessing. And then we'll be in one more series after this, and then we'll probably be in FS25 as well. So really, really looking forward to that. Coming out next week already, I think, man. Yeah, I think it is next week. That's wild. So a lot to look forward to. Really having a great time with this series, and I'm glad that it's nice and quick, you know, kind of coming to an end here, but it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you for sticking around and listening to me talk about music for a while. I like to do that every so often. And yeah, leave a comment if you want to have any further conversation or anything, or, you know, if you like the video, if you dislike the video, let me know. But in the meantime, hope you all have a great rest of your week. I will talk to you in the next episode. Peace out.